In the water cycle, you've learned that water evaporates and changes from a liquid to a gas. It's called evaporation. So if we have a puddle on the ground, the sun's energy will warm that puddle until eventually the puddle evaporates. Where did all the water go? Well, it went into the air, only it's no longer a liquid, it's a gas, and we call that water vapor. Water vapor is simply water in gaseous form that's in the air. The next step in the water cycle is that the water will then condense. The water vapor condenses. And so it's just the opposite of evaporation. The water changes from a gas to a liquid, and that's how clouds form. And in today's experiment, we're going to look at condensation. So to do this experiment, you're going to need 2 bags, just Ziploc bags, and you will label one room temp and the other cold. So you can do this experiment by yourself, or you can enlist the help of a friend. So I've got my friend here, and remember I said that you seal up your bag except for a small spot to put the straw in. I'm going to blow air into the bag. And then I'm going to quickly pull the straw out and I'm going to seal it. So I've done the cold one, the one marked cold, and you're going to do the one marked room temp. So do the same thing. Put your straw in the bag. Make sure the bag is sealed so it's almost closed, just enough room for the straw. And you're going to blow air as much as you can get into it and then close your bag really quickly. Excellent.
Thank you.
So now we have 2 bags filled with air. So the next part of the experiment, we're going to use a cooler, which you can't see over here, but we're going to place the bag marked cold in the cooler, and we're going to leave the bag marked room temp outside the cooler. So if you're doing this at home, you'll want to put ice on the bottom of your ice chest. So here's my ice chest. Like I said, I've got ice in it. And I'm just using ice packs. You can use regular ice. So I'm putting the bag marked cold in. And then I'm going to put my other pack on top to get it really cold. I'm just going to close it. And then I'm going to take the other one marked room temp. And I'm just going to put it right there on top. And so we're going to wait 20 minutes. So I'll see you in about 20 minutes. So now that it's been 20 minutes, let's take a look and see what happened. So let's take out the cold bag and take a look together. We have the cold bag and the room temp bag. So what you're looking for is condensation, or liquid moisture inside the bag. So that foggy looking part, that's the moisture that's adhering to the inside of the bag. Not a whole lot, but you can make some out. Very similar to if you were to blow your hot breath onto a mirror and you would see that moisture appear. Now take a look at what the bag with the cold air looks like. You can see the condensation. There's a little bit more. Unfortunately, I don't think on video it comes out as well as it does in person. Here's a better look close up. First we see the bag that was in room temperature, and there is some condensation. Now as we look at the bag that was in the cooler, we see more condensation and larger drops. So we see that there is condensation in both bags, but you have more in the cold bag than you do in the air temp bag. Why do you think that is? Which one has more energy transfer occurring? So if you look really closely, which is hard to do on camera, you're going to see larger droplets in the bag that was placed in the cooler. So if you'd like to try it at home, you can either do it by yourself or you can get a friend and see what happens with condensation.